The Archivist. The old woman slept lightly, the way the dying do, drifting in and out of dreams that felt like memories, and memories that felt like dreams. The room was dim, the curtains unmoving. Her breath rasped softly, each one a little further apart. A glow formed near the foot of her bed, not bright, not intrusive, just a soft pearly shimmer, like moonlight deciding to gather itself into a shape. She stirred, eyelids fluttering. For a moment she surfaced from the fog of sleep. Through half-opened eyes she saw a tall, slender silhouette, smooth and hairless, standing very still. A warmth touched her temple, gentle, feather light. She exhaled a tiny sound, almost a laugh. "An angel," she murmured. Her eyes closed again. She did not wake. The glow brightened, then softened, then folded itself inward. Her mind, unlocked in sleep, opened like a long-sealed book. Forgotten memories rose quietly, the smell of her grandmother's kitchen, the sting of her first heartbreak, the thrill of her first kiss, the weight of her newborn son in her arms. All of it surfaced clear and whole without pain. Her breath slowed, then stopped. The glow dimmed, and the room returned to its ordinary darkness. Far beyond her century, so far that the constellations had drifted into new shapes, an immortal stood in the memory library, a vast hall of hovering archives. He was tall and slender, skin a soft tan without blemish, eyes calm with the weightlessness of endless years. Before him floated a sphere of light, Archive 22B17, Eleanor Hayes. He touched it. Her life unfolded within him, not as image, but as lived experience. He felt her childhood shyness, her awkward teenage hope, her small triumphs, her long griefs. He lived her entire life in a single afternoon, though he could have taken 80 years if he wished. Some immortals preferred the slow immersion, experienced every second in real time. Others skimmed lives like novels, fast-forwarding through decades, pausing only for emotional peaks. He chose something in between. He lingered on her summers. He skimmed her dull office years. He replayed her first kiss twice. He slowed down for the moment she held her daughter for the first time. He did not skip her sorrows. Some moments startled him, not emotionally, but historically. Illnesses that no longer existed, arguments shaped by fears his era had forgotten, the small cruelties of prejudice, now studied in schools the way ancient wars once were. Even boredom felt exotic to him. Immortals no longer lived long enough in one mood to feel it. To him, her life was a museum of lost conditions, pain, urgency, injustice, recovery, all the fragile things that had once shaped humanity. When the archive ended, he sat very still. Immortality had smoothed his own life into something without edges, no urgency, no fear, no finality, but hers had shape, a beginning, a middle, an end, a complete story. He whispered her name, tasting the strangeness of mortality. Around him, other immortals drifted through the library, selecting lives according to mood. Compilations of first kisses, curated collections of betrayals, true crime memories from the criminals themselves. No currency existed anymore. Experience was the only thing of value in a world without endings. But Eleanor's life stayed with him. He closed the archive gently, as if afraid to disturb her. For the first time in centuries, he felt something like longing, not for death, but for the weight of being mortal, of knowing that every moment mattered precisely because it would not last. He rose and walked out into the endless day, tall and graceful and unchanging. Behind him, the archive glowed softly, a single human life preserved forever, not harvested, not exploited, simply remembered. A story worth keeping.